Another way to transpose a song is by using intervals. Now in some ways this is a lot quicker to do, but it's easier to make mistakes, so it'll take a bit of practice. I'll show you how to do it. Now up on the board here I've written again two staves. The first one's in the key of G, and we're going to change it to, let's say, the key of F. Now we're going to go down to F. Remember we said it's important the direction. So this is the way to think of it. If I write my musical alphabet up here, and I just say, okay, the alphabet's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then starts again A, B, C, D, E, etc. It just keeps going over and over. If I want to know how far apart my key change is, the original's in G, so we're here, and we want to go down to F. So we want to go down to this one here. So if I said, what distance is that? The musical way of describing it would be, say, it's a second. So what I would do is I would change every note down a second. Now, just before I do that, I'll just show you a couple of examples. Let's say we're in the key of C and we wanted to go up to F. So if I start on a C here and I go up to an F, remember that distance is going to be called a fourth. So I've got to count that as my first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a fourth. So what I would do is I would shift every note up a fourth. Another example, let's say we're in G and we want to go down to C. So I'm on this G here and I want to go down to C. So I'd need to know what distance would that be? And the answer would be a fifth. So I would shift every note that same distance. So I'll show you down here. We're changing this to the key of F. Now, you can put the time signature on. Like I usually leave all that to the end. But let's go through the notes. Now we said if it's in G it goes down to F, we're going down a second. So if we shift this note here a second, it would just move down one line. This one would move from that space, it would move down to this line here. That one would move down into the space, this would move to the line, I'd have my bar line, then all of this would move down one, so it would move down to there. This one's going to move onto that line, I'll have my bar line, and this is going to move down to there. So I'd put the heads of the notes on first. I know I'm going to have a double bar line at the end. Then I'd go through do my stems, make sure I get all the directions correct. So this should go up now. This one would go down. These I would go up. I'd always draw my outside two, connect them across. This one will go up. And this one I would turn into a dotted minim, just the same as it was. Now before I finish, remember the key signature. Don't forget your key signature. So in the key of F, all the B's are flat, and we indicate that by putting a little B on that second line there, which is where B lives. Now, changing an interval is a slightly quicker way of doing it, because everything's just going to shift the same distance. Now I just mentioned if I played that, and then I play that, it will sound like the same song, except this one's a little bit lower. So you can change a song to be any pitch you want, up or down, and transpose it into a new key. So practice doing that, changing from one to another. Grab one song that you know that's in any of those three keys. That's all we need at this point is just C, F or G. And try transposing it up and down to different keys. And see if you can develop that skill of being able to change by the interval.